SMG mounted and loaded!
Hello and welcome to this installment of Chunkadoos Network. Today we have something a little bit different, so I'm going to be doing a breakdown of the new teaser for the map Themepark. So getting into it, this first shot, I couldn't understand where this shot was in the leaked maps. We can see one of the cameras, meaning this is probably close to one of the spawns. We can see a teacup ride on the right side, and on the left side we can see a hot dog cart with what looks like there's ice cream there as well. In the background there's some sort of store, and behind that is some mountains and the roller coaster. If you look at the top left, you can also see some kind of tower. Now, as I said, I couldn't figure out exactly where this was on the map, so I flipped it around and I managed to find. If you watch this red dot, you'll be able to see exactly where it is on the map. Now into this next shot, we can see a little bit more on the map. We can see the front entrance, and again, look at the red dot to see exactly where we are on the map. We can see the Ferris wheel on the right side, and we can see those photo things that you stick your head through. There's not too much in this shot, it's just the main entrance. And this is also the shot that is used for the in-game advertisement. Then we have a shot of above, and we can see the city skyline, and it goes down into the broken glass into what looks like the main halls of the map. We then switch to an arcade type room. However, if you look at bottom right, you can see there's a popcorn machine, very nice. In the back right, we can see one of the arcade machine has Rainbow Six Siege. You can see Jaeger and Thermite, and also the Plat 2 symbol. We then switch to a scene of the close-up of there's a vending machine and two more arcade machines. Now this arcade machine on the right, next to the stairs, this reminds me of the old Nokia game you used to have. We then move to this shot into what looks like a kind of cafeteria. Now, I'm not 100% sure on the placement on this one. I've guessed, if you again look at the red dot, I've guessed this at the top floor, right on the north side of the map, but this one I'm not 100% sure on. The floor in this one looks very destructible. It looks like a painted wooden floor. And in this next shot, some of you may recognise this from the teaser. This is the exact same room from the teaser from the other angle. Now, this looks like it's, again, top floor, but to the south of the map. If you look at the back of the room, there's a barricade, and this barricade seems to be a window, and I think there's another one further right behind the wall that we can't see right now. Now here we have this symbol. I tried recreating this symbol and doing a Google search for it, and nothing came up. I'm guessing it's one of two things. It's either a symbol for the theme park itself, or terrorist or criminal group or whoever that it was that infiltrated this, and this is why Rainbow Six had to go there. Now in this next shot, again, I'm not 100% sure on the positioning. We can see it looks like it's outside. Now I figured this out because if you look really closely on the map that I've put in the corner, you can see there's some stairs. Now this kind of fits where the camera's looking right now, although there doesn't seem to be a wall on the overhead map. But also, there's a sign pointing to the right saying entrance, which I believe is pointing to the entrance of the building that we saw in the earlier shots. And I'm going to come back to it, but if you look about in the middle, just to the left of the doorway, there's that wooden structure. I'm not quite sure what to call it. I think we're going to see this again in a minute. Now here we have this gargoyle room. Now this looks like the stairs to the east of the map. We can see two stairways either side of the gargoyle clock. And we can also see a hall going through to the bottom. Now this hall leads us to our next shot. I noticed this during editing, but if you look under the stairs, you can actually see a person in the background in that same room. In a few seconds, you'll see the shot again, and there will be no one there. I put an arrow there to point out the thing I'm talking about, which is another gargoyle room. We can see a small room connected to this one, and at the back it looks like another destructible wall. Now in this shot, I couldn't figure out for the life of me where this is. It looks like it should be a really unique wall. We can see, I would imagine it's downstairs as the ceiling looks like it's breachable. The shape of the room itself is fairly unique, and especially if you look on the left wall, that seems destructible. So it should be really easy to find in the map blueprint, but I cannot for the life of me find it. I would imagine that round that corner is the door to get out of the room, but because I couldn't find it, I can't be 100% certain. Now this next shot is another one. I couldn't figure out where it was at all, but we can see there's like a small tunnel looking thing. It doesn't look big enough to be a doorway, but maybe it could be an unofficial way in, similar to the sewers in Bank or the construction tunnel in Oregon. Now here we go with the next shot is the creepy fortune teller. And I think this is the same box that we saw earlier in the shot where we could see the stairs. I could be wrong though, there could be multiple ones for the map or anything like that. And then our final shot is the camera rising above the entrance of the theme park and we can see the whole thing. Now one thing I want to point out here that I haven't really seen much of in the leaked images is that there seems to be a lot of bridges into the top floor of the map. I'm not quite sure how well that'll tie in. It could prove something interesting in the future. And that's it. The rest of the image is just the artwork and the tune in on August 26th for the full announcement. Personally, I really love the aesthetic of the map. It looks really fun. There doesn't look anything from the small little glimpses we got. There doesn't seem to be anything ridiculous like the amount of destruction in Favela, for example. So, I mean, we'll have to wait and see, but so far it looks pretty good. Thank you for watching. This has been Shankanese Network, and as always, remember,
Tachanka will always stand by you.